I'm Lauren Riley. I'm the voice and creator of the wonderful Lady B, and today I'm going to take you guys through a house tour. Studio tour, actually, and I'm going to show you guys all the locations that I film, record, and what goes into making an episode of Lady B. Let's go! So right now we are in my upstairs bathroom that I keep very neutral. It's very different from my downstairs bathroom where I keep all my beauty products. I don't record the sound and voiceover for Lady B in here because it's a little echoey. Downstairs is where I record all of the voiceovers, and I'll show you guys how I do that later. I do keep this bathroom pretty tidy, and this is my guest bathroom when I have people stay with me. But right now it's a little bit of a mess because we just finished shooting episode 7 of season 2. I love the marble tile in here. This is a great neutral space, and it also reflects candlelight really well. So anytime I have to do stuff on the floor, or I need to do something that feels kind of like spooky and timeless and you don't quite know where we are, I move all the rugs back and I Lysol wipe the floor, and then we get going. That's my toilet. Must for filming any Lady B episode is your Lysol wipes. Sometimes when you're tearing apart a victim, or you're dealing with a lot of wax candles, it gets a little messy. And luckily these things get any stains right out. This is not just a studio bathroom, this is actually a bathroom that people use when they come visit me, so I want to make sure that it's neat and tidy and there's no trace that anything scandalous went on in here. So this is what we call the wall. It is the upstairs sliding doors of my office closet where I keep a lot of, different summer stuff, and I keep a lot of storage things. But this is a really good backdrop for getting to look at details of costumes. Right now I have 2 dresses hanging up for events that I have this week. And this gives me a good bare space to really look at details for costumes, how they look in the light, how they're gonna look with certain jewelry. And if you would like to become a main course patron, I will get into even more detail about my costuming process. And maybe I'll teach you guys a few tips and tricks about how to get your own Barbara flared looks. Welcome to my runway. I should probably put socks on. Okay, we're back. Welcome to the hallway. If you follow me on any form of social media, you know that this is where I take all of my Instagram pictures. I do a large portion of my clothing and fit TikToks. A lot of stuff goes down in this hall. This is a sliding mirror on my closet where I keep all of my coats. So you just walk in, take your shoes off. We're a no shoes household, by the way. And you just hang up your coats in here, or you can film some ooky spooky stuff on it. I think the gray paint is really great. It's not as reflective as the upstairs bathroom, so it gives it a more ominous tone. It's still good for kind of soft lighting, but there's a little bit more mystery. There's a little bit more shadow that goes on. I filmed a lot of B as in Babylon in this hallway. I took my ottoman and I maybe not so safely put a lot of candles on it. I had a lot of soft gauze fabric. Fire safety is always a priority. You should never use candles that are gonna tip over, that are gonna ignite things. So I always use candles with a sturdy base or put a plate underneath them. Safety first, kids. Smokey the Bear taught me that. Welcome to my recording studio. The acoustics are amazing in here. I shoot all the voiceovers for Lady B sitting in my bathtub with no water in it. Most of the time it's when I just got back from the gym. I am fully clothed. It feels very cocoon-like, so I sometimes will pull the curtain shut and I really get in the zone. It really helps me with my voice. I'll usually have a glass of water sitting next to me, so that way I can fully transform into Barbara for you all. And it's very exciting. And as you can hear, it's quite melodious in here. So this is basically where I do everything. I take phone calls here, I make lists of the supplies I need for every episode, I block out every episode, I write the scripts for every episode in one of these 2 chairs at this very sturdy table where usually all of the bills end up, or all the groceries get put before they get put away. So it really is like the little hub. Also, it's where I keep my Hera altar. A lot of my life happens here. I read here, I write here, I work on my book here, I work on my big girl job here, so if I have to take phone calls or Zoom calls for that, everything happens here, because over there is where I have my clocks and my candelabras that my grandparents left me, so I think they give a nice backdrop for everything. I also keep a lot of pictures of my family around here. I'm not gonna show them because I do like to keep a couple things private, but I always have like my grandparents here, I have pictures of my parents here, pictures of friends that are both still here in spirit and in reality, and those who have passed on. So I feel really good when I work here. I feel like I'm surrounded by people I love. I feel like there's a good energy here. And if I can give you guys any advice, it is find a space where you can just really think and you can feel good and it's just got a good energy. So if you take anything away from this episode when filming, I highly recommend having a neutral background, whether it's you put up a piece of fabric. Also recommend steaming your fabric if you can, because sometimes wrinkles can be distracting or it takes away from the illusion that you are in this neutral space. Neutral, cool tone floors are great. Neutral, cool tone walls are great because you can always warm them up with candlelight. Remember, always use candles with a sturdy base or put something under them because fire safety is number one. Bathrooms have great acoustics. That's why everybody sings and records in their bathroom. And sometimes less is more, because if you have something that's really meaningful, then your viewers will focus more on that instead of a lot of like wild, crazy details. But also, if you're into wild, crazy details, make sure they mean something. Research meanings of birds, research history of flowers, research the meanings of certain colors in certain cultures, because one thing can mean one thing to something else, and it can have a total opposite symbolism in another country or in another place. And that could be something really cool to play with because we love duality in this house. Also, research should be fun. It doesn't just have to be heavy tomes of academic dates and, senses, which sometimes you have to do that. You have to, make sure you get your facts right, but then also you can have fun with it. And you can, find historical fiction like The Iron Widow. I know she just released another book. I know I need to go find it. I love this book so much, and this is a great instance of somebody taking their culture and their history and turning it into something really fun and really meaningful to them with a lot of symbolism and a lot of like high-paced action, but also a lot of meaning and a lot of really cool stuff. So that's the first episode for all you appetizers out there. Thank you so much for supporting me. I highly recommend becoming a main course patron or also joining me for after dinner coffee, where we're going to talk about historical fashion, we're going to talk about styling, we're going to talk about the process of writing, and we're also going to do deep dives into characters and locations and the historical context behind them. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to do something creative today. All right, I'll see you guys next episode. Bye!